Yeah, what I like about the synthetic life idea is that it's probably like the culmination of all of these other trends coming together in allowing for something that's far far more futuristic to really become possible. I would think of it as much more far out because you we do have to build out all of the decentralized AI infrastructure on top of which these agents would run. We probably have to build the capabilities around the financial system so that these agents can then participate in a real economy and be able to earn an income and be able to sustain themselves independently, be actually sovereign and not beholden to any one individual or any one centralized company. But I think actually one of the most interesting questions is why, like maybe as context for your listeners, like why is it that this is a cool idea, even though it does
Yeah.
sound like it's a fairly science fiction idea? Why would you want an AI agent to have a life of its own and to operate without interference from anyone, even the people who built it, or the people who wrote the code for it, or the people who control the physical machines that run it? And the answer to that is that, uh, as an example, you could imagine in like a fairly reasonable sort of near future, you could imagine that children have a kind of mentor that is an AI that lives life alongside them and understands their needs, understands the way that they prefer to learn, uh, is able to mentor children in essentially learning and growing up and kind of becoming capable in the world. And you would think that having that agent be controlled by a single kind of centralized company wouldn't be ideal because that
Mhm.
company could at any time decide to, for example, change its pricing or could decide to shut it down or decide to change its functionality, maybe because of political reasons. All of a sudden, the kinds of things that it can talk to you about change and are no longer as kind of open as maybe they used to be or as you would want them to be. And then also there's the data component. You'd want to own all of the data and kind of really have control and ownership over this agent if it is really going to be your mentor throughout life. And so the only way that you could do that is if it is based on decentralized infrastructure. And that
Mhm.
to me is maybe like a good example of a use case for this kind of crazy science fiction idea. Um, and it maybe motivates why it's something that you we might want to build. And there may be many other examples where either individuals or companies may want to directly own their
Yep.
agents without necessarily themselves running like all of the infrastructure and having to run,
Yep.
for example, servers in their closet, uh, or even servers in the cloud to actually have that kind of relationship with their agent. You may want it to be something that just actually runs in the decentralized infrastructure that you then have access to.